the third Saturday in October. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster and showed up on the scoreboard.
And Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago. There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Could be an alley. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The run inside. It's Hill. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Staley. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
With the catch, it's Matthews. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Vols in the hurry-up.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside of wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker for the Vols, and they're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt you.
They find those guys with speed, right? And they create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it. This is a run-first offense, and I love the way they do it. But developing that chemistry out wide, finding their new guys. They found them a year ago quickly. They stepped up. They made plays. Who's going to be their playmakers this season?
Finds a tight end. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. The Volunteers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Defense in press coverage. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Keeps it on the bootleg. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Alabama quickly back to the line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to run for it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Russell on play action. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
It's caught. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a 6er, but his guy dropped it.
Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. Russell. Snagged in the middle. It's Hill. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. Fighting off the defender. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Nice move there. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown tie. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Makes the grab. It's Davis. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Let's talk about Alabama. If they see to the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
He might want another play. Run the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul,
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go play action with Russell. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it,
maybe some room here. Lowers those pads. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the...
Makes a grab and room to run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Dead center perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to... Picked off! A turnover in their own end! Touchdown ball! The defense takes matters into
focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Motion from the wideout. On the move, it's Hill. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Russell on play action. Extending the play. Fires downfield. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Russell. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Russell from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Runs through a tackle. Makes the grab in their space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw. Fires deep on the run. Got his man. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
How about this defense? Great job by the defense, forcing the turnover. You already got a lead. Now you get the ball right back to your offense right before the half. Big-time momentum swing.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The inside handoff.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. The offense changing the play. Using his legs, it's Hill. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He's going to take off. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive, and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keelan Russell. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Making side adjustments here. They go play action with Russell. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 12 team, the Louisville Cardinals.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not before. They have their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early 2nd half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Quickly to the tight end. Nice move there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the 2nd level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's caught. It's Jenkins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the number 2 offense in all of college football getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
Russell on play action. Makes a catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Running inside, it's Hill. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. Finding it. There's some room. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll go right back to it. Tripped up for the tackle. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the comeback is on.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Steps away to find some room. QB got it himself. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this
might have a chance. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Vols will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap, it's Hill. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Now here's Russell. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. The tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turning it on. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Might as well stick with him. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got a little grass. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback making adjustments.
Offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Mack flips it out in the flat. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll run down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and
There he goes! He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Into the house! Touchdown, Tennessee!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll move the tight end. Back to the ground game on the left. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Throwing Russell. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And it's good! Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.